MD Supplement Superstore, #1.
Shawn right here with MC extraordinaire Bob Cicherilllo and the Hall of Famer Flex Wheeler. We just wrapped up the 2013 USA NPC Championships, and we saw the super heavyweight Max Charles go on to victory and overall. Flex, you predicted that right at the prejudging.
Yeah, that was an easy pick. Actually, almost all the class winners was an easy pick. It wasn't anyone who was overly tremendously stood out or anything like that. So it's pretty much an easy job for the judges, I think.
Yeah, and Bob, you didn't have an easy job introducing some almost 800 athletes, but nevertheless, you had a very good position on the stage to watch these guys come out. Nobody really stood out, but Max Charles stands victorious.
Well, he was certainly the most massive guy out there. I actually thought it might have been a little bit closer with Rafael Jaramillo in the heavyweights. I think he actually kind of could have made a case. Now, again, I'm looking at it sideways. You guys are out there looking at it flush like the judges. But overall, I mean, good competition, of course, here at the USA's. The depth isn't what it used to be. I think it was a lot deeper, obviously, when we were all competing in the amateurs. But, that was then, this is now. You got to deal with what's here and what's on stage. But a great production from John Lindsay's entire staff. The judging, I thought, was pretty square all the way through. That's a tough job down on that table, man. I'm not so sure I'd ever want that one.
Absolutely. Well, there's 11 years separating the two victories here, 92, 2001, and another dozen years here to 2013 with Max Charles. Now, that being said, he brought up an interesting point. Rafael was very sharp, very crisp, had a few flaws in there, Kevin Levrone-like, right, but he had a strong case to take that overall as well.
No, I thought it was going to be a hands down for their overall, but when they stood next to each other and started posing, it went back and forth. One person won this pose and the other, but I could lean towards the winner. I think that was a straight pick.
Yeah, so Bob, I mean, coming here to the USA competition, it's getting longer, it's getting bigger, it's over 2 days now, long ways from when you were doing it here in 2001. 2000, yeah. So what can we expect for this guy, Max Charles? He's stepping into the deep end on any level of any pro show.
Well, what's interesting is, times have changed. Back in our day, you had to win the overall. I mean, one guy was turning pro, so there was a much slower turn, so a lot of the guys had to continue on for years and years, as we know. That said, it's kind of an interesting dynamic in the IFBB now because you've got class winners turning pro. Right. You've got two deep, even in some of the other ones, some of the girls. That said, can they make an impact now? Because there is such a fast, turn and burn type system, and that's just a sign of the times. Does anybody really stand out in turning into the pro stage and doing well? In my eyes, not really. I think everybody here has got, and I'm taking the girls out, I'm purely focusing on the guys. They've all got work to do. I didn't see anybody that was really outstanding to me that can step right into the pros and make an impact. I think one of the downfalls of turning this many people pro is that it might take another 2, 3 years, 4 years to get ready. When you were winning your titles, when I was there, when you were there, you were almost kind of ready to step in. You did step into the pros, both of you guys did, with instant, success and victories. So, again, a sign of the times. You can't really compare then and now. To me, it's like comparing Babe Ruth and a guy today. Oh, who's the greatest hitter? It's like there's way too many factors to even compare the two. Yeah,
well, it's been a very long time since we saw somebody win the USA's and do what Flex Wheeler did, run out there and win like 3 or 4 pro shows and first runner-up in your first Olympia in '93. I had a front row seat watching all that stuff go down. That was nice. Those days are gone. But Max already mentioned he's going to be doing the New York Pro in 2014, and that is a contest that is deep in talent typically.
Yeah, but I mean, he's from New York, so it only makes sense to go in front of your home crowd. It gives him quite a few months to make some improvements and stuff like that. So I would agree with that point, especially a New York crowd and a New York guy. You can't lose.
Yeah, nonetheless, if they pick the right show at the right time, anything is liable to happen. But
well, we've seen that, and anything can happen. He can lose. A big Rami shows up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you got a whole different show and dynamic.
Yeah, we saw that this year.
I'm absolutely bringing that up. You know what? New York is a great spot. Flex, I agree that probably is a good spot for him to make his debut. Is he a shoe-in for any placing? Absolutely not. Yeah. You've got a lot of good talent out there. And, he looked great out here today. Congratulations to him. We take nothing away from him in this victory. But the minute you step on IFBB Pro stage, man, it's a whole different league, man. Everything's elevated. Everybody's a USA winner. Everybody's a national champ. Everybody's a world champ.
Yeah, well, once again, John Lindsay, nothing short of amazing with the turnout, with the participation, figure, bikini, physique. First time they had the physique up here doing this thing. Yep. So it's just getting bigger and bigger and better and better and smoother. You got us out of here on time for dinner.
Not only on time, my friend, but I will know a new record established, 9:25 on the dot. But you know what? I accept none of that. It's all the backstage crew. I can only speak so fast. John Lindsay has the best production crew in the biz. They've been working together for years and years. But it's a well-oiled machine at all his shows, and of course here at the USA. Without that crew back there, believe me, you guys know, you've been at the microphone. It's a tough biz out there.
Yeah, well, it was a long 2 days here in Las Vegas. It's come to a close. And, of course, you can follow all the play-by-play and the photos coming up at musculardevelopment.com for Flex Wheeler. Bob Cicherilllo, and all of us here at Team MD. I'm Shawn Ray, MuscularDevelopment.com.
What's up, this Debo. You need to go down to MD supplement store and tell me what you got on my supplements, homie.